Hello, I am Lisa Hamill, and I am here to assure your success in creating your joy. There is nothing more rewarding than watching people discover their God-given talents in God's treasure, namely you. I have worked as a pharmacist for decades and have discovered that medications have their limitations, especially when it comes to joy. Living in joy is the healthiest state of being. People that are joyful are more productive, more prosperous, fun to be with, and enjoy loving relationships. They live, play, and sleep well, and still get important things done. Creating your joy is one of life's biggest lessons, with so many benefits. Joy is one of the 9 fruits of the Spirit, as mentioned in Galatians 5:22. These fruits are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Loving, LOVE -ING, is an acronym for my prescription to you for creating your joy. To create your joy, life must be considered as a listening and learning journey that allows you to open your heart to opportunities without judgment. You get to choose your vision of joy and you get to become the vehicle of love to others as you share your God-given talents that are in God's treasure, you. These talents are piqued by a desire to experience them with enthusiasm as you allow the new you to emerge over time. This happens by integrating your thoughts with your actions and then implementing those actions consistently. True joy in life starts with new creative beginnings in purpose, projects, and relationships, and then noticing how happy you are in the process of growth. Your growth is your gift to the world and begins with your gratitude. Life's biggest challenges are truly a gift because they promote the most growth. Let us break this down a bit. A more detailed experience can be achieved when you go to my website, www.creatingyourjoy.com, and set up a complimentary strategy session. In the meantime, let us look at my prescription for creating your joy in the form of the acronym LOVE-ING, LOV-ING. The letter L of loving stands for life and all that is happening around you. Choose to listen and learn from it. Sometimes people say unkind things. Listen to them and choose how you want to use that information. Remember that you are not defined by what other people think of you. If the comment is negative, decide if you want to do something about it and then let it go. Realize that many negative comments reveal a negative aspect of the person speaking. If it is a positive perspective, use that information to indicate new levels of competency. Do not be satisfied with yesterday's proficiency. Seek deeper levels of ability so that they become effortless and automatic. Another important aspect of listening is finding out what people around you need. This will help you learn how you can best use your gifts to the advantage of others and thus create your joy in fulfillment. The O of loving is keeping the heart open to listening in non-judgment. Prejudging closes off possibilities that may be fruitful. Be open to opportunities that have not been obvious in the past, or even opportunities that may seem intimidating. Be of good courage and trust that you are on a growth path with greater rewards. So the O of loving stands for open and opportunities. The V of loving is the vision of where you want to be. You can be there in your vision right now. Whether it is a new relationship, a new way of being in a current relationship, a new job, career, or new level of health, visualize yourself in that place. Ask yourself, how would I be in this new vision? How can I be the vehicle of love that God intended for me to use my God-given talents in God's treasure? The E of loving is the experience of that vision. You can create the vision of that experience with enthusiasm. The word enthusiasm comes from the idea of in and theo, or God, essentially meaning with God's energy, or with God's breath of life. Remember that you are God's talents in God's treasure. You were made to gain the greatest joy by experiencing those talents with enthusiasm. The dash is not a letter, but represents a period of time. As you know, a period of time or a lifetime is represented by the dash between two dates. An example might be that Albert Einstein lived from March 14th of 1879 dash April 18th, 1955. The dash represents his 76 years of life. Your growth in an area also has a beginning and an end. Honor that time. Allow your growth in mindful transformation to embody itself over time with love and nurturing. The I of loving stands for integration of that growth into your being. When you implement your thoughts from your vision, you become a new version of yourself. Stay in touch with that new creation of you, maintaining the strength and spirit of truth that you know God wants you to have. The N of loving is the new you mentioned above. It is also noticing how the world is changing around you in response to this new you journey. Your act of noticing is a vital part of creating your joy. It solidifies the vision you created with your God-given talents. Lastly, but not least, is the G of loving that stands for growth, gift, and gratitude. The challenges of life are a gift for growth, if you choose to do so. As a matter of fact, if you are not growing, you are probably stagnating. This is not joyful, perhaps mediocre at best. God wants you to depend on Him. If you stay in your comfort zone and you have all of your predictable abilities in place, how can you expect to grow? Growth is a challenge that must live beyond your current capabilities. It is a place that requires going beyond yourself and to depend on God to see you through. It requires the fulfillment of a dream that is bigger than you are now. If this does not happen, you will not create the joy you were designed to experience, and you will be wasting the talents you were gifted by God. Do not shortchange the world and yourself in this way. You deserve more, and you will not regret this experience of creating your joy. Gratitude plays an important role in trials, challenges, and dreams. Be thankful to God for these attention getters and embrace them as the gift that they are. Remember to celebrate them not for their pain, but for the opportunity to grow creatively. This ties in closely with the old adage, what you resist persists. Resisting negative or fearful experiences only brings on more of them. Instead, focus on your life-giving gift and vision to sustain you. Feel the fear and do it anyway with courage. In summary, life is a listening and learning journey that requires an open heart for the opportunities at hand to accomplish your vision as God's vehicle of love. Life's experiences and joy allow you to live with enthusiasm, and in time, you will integrate and implement the new you such that you notice far more joy than you could imagine. For all of this, you will experience growth in the gifts you have to offer others and gratitude in the process. Certainly, we can go deeper with all of these elements when you want to see how these ideas can be effectively used in specific situations. Creating your joy is best implemented in a proactive program that is available to you now on my website, www.creatingyourjoy.com. Review these elements and integrate them with me as your partner in believing.